Welcome back to another Sleep Token reaction, and this time we are back with the title track. It's probably one of the songs that I think I'm in the most anticipation of.
Why? Because I have my own anticipation for it, but you go first.
I think probably because of what an impact Take Me Back to Eden had.
Damn, you stole it. Yeah.
Wait, let's rewind. I won't say anything. You can have a go.
Okay, yeah.
And also, if you recognize we're wearing the same clothing, I promise we do shower, but we are filming a few of these on the same day because we just can't get enough of it.
I don't want to wait to listen to these anymore.
Nah. Like we said, we're going track by track, and you know, kind of how many we do today, we'll see. But I want to make sure I have the right level of energy and care is the best word I could use for this. So we'll see what we get to. But this one's gonna be good. I mean, because they wrote it.
Yeah, it's stock standard.
Simple facts. Shorter. The first one that we checked out since the album went live was Look to Windward, and that was a much longer song. Very scene setting, kind of brilliantly put together, and had one of the biggest moments of my life doing reactions in that song. Please go check it out. The link in the description and all the other wonderful things. If you're enjoying these, please, I'm going to be a bit like a YouTuber now, so just give me like 10 seconds and forgive me. Please like and subscribe and comment. You'd be very surprised how many people watch a channel, my channel, who aren't subscribed. And I'd really like to grow this into that 100K mark. It's one of those goals I've had for a long time. So I'd appreciate you hitting subscribe. I promise there's lots more to come. Now, you ready to get into this one?
Yes.
No predictions for me. I think I've taken out all the luck I can.
No.
My horseshoe is empty.
Yeah. I really am enjoying getting into these and the lack of prediction from myself, because every single song is so different, and within the song, it's different. So it's fun to just go in blind for me.
Yeah. Let's do it. Sleep Token, Even in Arcadia.
Let's see what you got.
Okay, we don't normally stop that early, but you very rarely get that kind of look in your eyes, and I'm equally terrified and excited. So I'll go back a little, but go for it.
That's the sheet music they put out.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that was my reaction to it.
No. So I'm glad you said it, because I don't have like a great memory, just generally, typically speaking, you know this. And so when I hear something, it kind of strikes a chord of familiarity, but I don't want to say anything because I'm like, oh, what if it's not? And then you look silly. It doesn't really matter. It's just the internet. It's there forever.
And I remember it was on Twitter or whatever. I'm calling it Twitter forever. Get over it. But someone, when they posted that, someone had played it out or something.
Oh, yes.
And I listened to it because I need something while I'm waiting, okay? I didn't know that it was going to be like a full part of it or a song, but looky here at me realizing that. I remember hearing that, and it's so pretty. It's so painfully pretty.
Well, let's see if they keep it painfully pretty. I'll go back one more because I do want to get a bit more of that flow in. When something's so delicately built up, I want to allow it that privilege.
Come now, swing wide those gates. 'Cause I have paid my penance kindly, waiting time for judgment day. Somehow I knew my fate. Turns out the gods we thought were dying were just sharpening their blades. Have you been waiting long for me? I am the final dawn. I am the flood. What was missing from those scriptures will be written in my blood. Deep down into the mud. What good is all this talk of wings when there is nothing left above? Have you been waiting long for me?
I'm stopping here because I have to. Jesus, bro, leave some sadness for the rest of us. This guy, dude, I swear to God, if he, every time he sings like a certain line, my brain can't understand how words have existed for so long and no one's been able to piece them together quite so perfectly.
Oh my God. Yeah. You nailed that, because I'm literally sitting here, and this is a song where I can pretty clearly hear the lyrics. It's tough because my brain goes and shifts lyrics to music and back, and it gets a little bit flustered, which is why I can't.
Well, hopefully I'm in there.
I'm just talking about the song.
Okay.
I have to.
Love you.
I love you too. God, don't interrupt me. I can't keep track of my thought. Oh, okay. That's why I don't read lyrics ahead of time. I've just decided I can't because it's too much. So, but I'm catching stuff, and God, like, I'm not one for like poetry, but I don't know what else to call this other than poetry. And it's so, what am I trying to say?
A lot. But in a good way. Like, it's not poetry, but there's something artful and very delicate about how he approaches lyrics. Because some people will have like a strong line and a strong melody, but even the inflection of his vocal, the way that he enunciates certain parts of words, the way that he has like the ability to what's that word? Slang rhyme, or what's slant rhyme? Yeah. Like, even that's where you can pronounce a word a certain way to make it fit the rhyming scheme. Like, the way that he so very carefully like kind of holds it and lets it fall into place on its own. It's just a really beautiful. He's a fantastic lyricist. That line of I think he says all the gods you thought were dead were slowly sharpening their blades.
Yeah,
something like that. Dude,
oh, yes.
Get out of town. Shut the front door.
Stop it. You stop it.
Vessel, stop it.
You silly goose.
Anyway.
Go on then.
So far, just one more quick thing. Don't hear what I'm not saying, and don't just hear what I'm about to say and then get mad. Just listen to it and understand where it's coming from. There's parts of his vocal that sit very fundamentally in pop, and there are parts of his vocal that sit slightly in country. And it's not about the lyrics that he's singing. It's some of the run-offs and a little bit in R&B, to be honest. And to be honest, there's a lot of overlap between country and R&B in a large regard when you look at lyric composition and melody. So I'm not talking about all of the obvious kind of stereotypical parts of that genre of music, but there is a nice overlap there. And I think when I've said that Sleep Token is he a metal band? Isn't it a metal band? Don't care. To me, it's like a pop band that allows you to, if you're a metal fan, love the metal parts of it. If you're a blues fan, love the blues and jazzy parts of it. And that's beautiful. And by the way, pop isn't really a genre. It's just short for popular music, something that is very melodic in its nature. And and something that's very widely spread and commercially accepted. And that's what they are. That's how hard they've worked, and they deserve every inch of success. On we go.
left above.
One back.
What good is all this talk over wings when there is nothing left above? Have you been waiting long for me? Have you been waiting long? No matter how we feel, we've got a taste for one another and a few good years to kill. No matter what is real, it seems that even in Arcadia you walk beside me still. Have you been waiting long for me? Have you been waiting long for me?
Man, the masterpiece, like this band does not care. It's weird. They are equally respectful of the long-standing way of writing songs and structuring music, but they're also equally brave enough to bend those rules as far as they see fit. And it's you know, like there I was waiting for it to break at the end just a little bit, and it never did. And that's probably quite purposeful for where it's placed on the album. It probably leads into something that then allows you to like not be edged quite so intensely. Sorry, I had to. But strings, acoustic strings, violin, viola, cello, all these things, the reason that they work so well with certain artists and bands is because the instrument itself, one, has like that historical memory, its body does, of being played, especially in older instruments. And you can hear that. You can hear the pain of it. You can hear the sharpness, the brightness as it gets older and matures. But when you hit it, the attack on that instrument is quite delayed, so it kind of fades into its highest, most amplified point, even though the note started earlier, which helps it feel like it's drifted a little off of the count. And then its decay is kind of a little bit quicker, but just as gradual. And that, with his vocal, the way that he does that and blends his vocal in, it's such a perfect match. Dude, they could not have done better with setting that up for it to come in.
Yeah, and can we just like shout out the sound engineer? Like, there's a huge group of people that contributes to their sound. It's not just one person or just the band. It's everybody involved in making an album. I can't breathe because of how flawlessly they put this together, and the whole team behind them. Like, well done. You win. You could be done now and we would all be incredibly destroyed, but you could be done and just, you know, you did it, you made it. But please don't stop.
I don't think they're anywhere near stopping. I think
No.
bands like this pour their heart and soul into things, and they probably deserve a little bit of a break after kind of touring the album. But there's a much bigger thoughts I have, which I think we'll do as a separate video when we've gone through all the tracks. I think it'll be nice to reflect and and kind of think about what as a listener what we'd love as the next chapter in the journey. But you talk about the engineer. It's a really good point, and people don't realize, exactly as you put it, how many people are involved. So you get an engineer who helps, like you know, when you think of sound engineer, you think of the guy at a live concert. But then there's the engineer in the studio when they're tracking, right? And then those tracks, once they've recorded them the way they want and they've kind of edited and mixed them the way they want, it then goes on to somebody else normally goes on to somebody else to master it. Now, a mastering engineer's job is to find the perfect way to compress that music and drive the overall volume up. One, that it meets kind of radio standards and quality, but to find the exact pressure points where it is as loud and powerful as it can be without losing the quality of sound and without any clipping or distortion, even mild. And those guys have ears that I could never aspire to have. It's the engineering version of being pitch perfect. And it's that to your point, there's a lot of people behind the scenes that don't get credit, and I don't think they're looking for it, but I just want to shout them out because God help us, without them you would have what we have. You'd still have the mastery and the beauty, but you wouldn't have it in the power that it exists now, and it's phenomenal.
Yeah.
That's almost less of a song, don't you think?
What do you mean by that?
Sorry, let me clarify. It's less of a traditional song. It's more of a interlude.
Yeah. I can see that. That especially there's certain parts where it doesn't, it doesn't obviously follow that like standard, verse, chorus, bridge, chorus, done. Like
pretty good. You're getting pretty good at this,
Well, I also have read many a pamphlet in a CD, and I can see.
Do you remember that? That used to be awesome.
Yeah, that was so fun.
No, this kind of strikes me as the point in the song where maybe some of the members could, in the live show, where some of the members could disappear off stage for a bit and kind of spotlight on Vessel, bit of a track playing, because we're always waiting for the drums to kick in. He's such a phenomenal, talented musician. I feel like he's half the time sitting there going, "Motherfuckers ain't ready. I'm coming." They don't know, but I'm coming. And I'm joking. He probably is quite a humble person. But when you have that and it kind of doesn't break into it, it most likely is going to lead into something that is quite drum dominant from the beginning. And it's absolutely phenomenal. That to me is possibly what I don't want to say this because we still have a lot of songs to look at, but that might be my favorite so far, purely based on the way that they found a way to vary repetition. And I'm a big fan of that vocal melody.
Yeah. I mean, I usually with Sleep Token songs, I have to listen quite a few times to really like grasp it. And it's not because I hear them once and I'm like, meh. It's not that. It's just, it's so much to take in that I have to do that to fully appreciate it. So I feel kind of like doing these first time listens on camera, I don't want to do a disservice to anybody where I'm maybe not fully reacting, because I guarantee that I'll go back and listen to this same song just with my own headphones in my own time, and God, am I going to feel it 10 times harder. Like it's just what happens for me personally.
But especially in the order that they want you to listen into it. And I know there's lots of people listen to music in different ways. And I know that the album's created in a certain order, but the singles are released completely out of that order. So you kind of have broken that cycle. That being said, you traditionally, if you wanted to, I'm sure a lot of people would think like listen to it from one start to finish. And we will do that. We will absolutely be doing that. But I quite like the interactive element of seeing what people really would like us to look at and then doing that. I don't think there's a wrong and right way to listen to music, and so long as I get to enjoy it and share these moments with you, which has been probably the most exciting thing I've ever done on my channel. But to be able to do that with the band that I feel the closest to, it's magical.
Yeah. And there are, maybe a last point, there are different ways to listen to it. And I'm a big fan of doing that in all the ways. So a first time blind listen, then going back and maybe listening to individual tracks and really grasping the lyrics, then going through the album song by song in order to see if that's a different listening experience. I like doing that. It's fun for me to experience it in every different way.
Yeah. Thank you to the band. Once again, thank you to all who listen. Please like and subscribe, comment, let us know what your favorite is. No spoilers, of course, but let us know what you're looking forward to. And I promise you'll be getting through all of these. I feel like a kid on Christmas, and I can't wait for the next one.
I know.
We'll catch you soon. Have a damn
Good
day.